as pastoral associate in this parish, and, well, he's just a real fool for Christ. God is whom I serve. What if I told you God was gay? Do you still think belligerent Bible belters would holler their hate speech to the hilltops in his name? Or do you think that they might reread the scriptures they say they swear to survive by? See, I've been reading my Bible again lately, and I think I've taken a leaf from my old holy book, picking passages for my purpose, which is, in short, to show you. It's very possible that God just might be gay. October 2010. It was the first time I told someone that I was a lesbian. The daughter of a former Catholic missionary and a former nun. There is no room for gay in all that. And some like me just come right out and say, I'm gay. Bi. I'm queer. And all I want to do is love my Lord. But now my heart just wears his crown of thorns. To start off my semester, I came out to a friend who then asked me to read a chapter of the Bible, repeatedly referring to homosexuals as evil. Sadly, my experience is not an anomaly, but people shouldn't have to choose between being Christian and being part of the LGBTQ+ community. This program is a collection of mine and many other true experiences, and sets out to break the silence within Christianity, opening up the narrative of the LGBTQ+ faithful. It is imperative that we share our own stories of finding acceptance and love in both communities. So I ask of you to share your own stories with the hashtag FaithfullyLGBTQ, because the first step to acceptance is the acknowledgement of existence. So through the prose, What Does Gay Look Like from Heaven by Sherry Hart, Spiritual Insights for LGBT Catholics by Father James Martin, Tweets from James Martin S.J., the song They'll Know We Are Christians by Our Love by For King and Country, the poetry God is Gay by Elliot Darrow, my own poem Queer Catholic, and Romans chapter 1, a program. Because our stories can't end here. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and it wasn't just good, it was fabulous! I mean, it certainly seems like the Garden of Eden was designed by divine eyes. So my friend Aaron is a gay man working as pastoral associate in this parish, and standing up against the personal vilification directed against him. For this cause, God gave them up unto their vile affections against nature. The second God created you, as Psalm 139 says, you are wonderfully made. Well, you don't choose to be born male or female, and you also don't choose to be born heterosexual or homosexual. But some Christians would go as far as call God's creations abominations. Heretics calling themselves faithful when their faith is full of the belief that only God may pass judgment. Matthew 7:1, judge, and you too shall be judged. Luke 6:37, condemn not, and you shall not be condemned. Fred Phelps 2006, you're going to hell. God hates fags. But I live every day afraid of you. Because I can't predict what you'll say. Your words, they're like constant blows of force that tear apart my heart and mind within, so don't call me the embodiment of sin. Men burning for lust for one another and suffered the penalty they deserve. Sometimes I wonder what it is that my loved ones up in heaven see, and they look down at me. What does gay look like from heaven?
Third, God is on your side. I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. Plans for your welfare and not for harm, to give you a future with hope.
I turned to my family, whose advice led me to something I had long been avoiding, self-introspection. I thought I was going to hell. They refuse to understand, break their promises, and are heartless. And they'll know we are Christians by our love, Yes, they'll know we are Christians by our love. This is the result of the hatred and the homophobia peddled in our church. The church doors set on fire, the death threats, letters saying sodomites are not welcome in this church, and this spray painted on our walls. No thanks.
Fourth, remember that Jesus cares about you with a special love. He goes first to those who feel left out and just, well, remember that things can get better.
But I thought I was irredeemable. Just marked by something I could not control, believed my God to be unreachable, and I was scared of friends, of pride, of church. One man physically attacked him at the end of Mass.
This church is your home. Oh, look, you're baptized. That means you're just as much part of this church as the Pope.
This church needs you. Church leaders must publicly oppose this kind of homophobia. Such treatment deserves condemnation. Because Christ says, do not judge lest ye be judged. Do not condemn and you won't be condemned. They are backstabbers, haters of God, insolent, proud, and boastful. Full of greed and hate, too dirty to be welcomed into church, as if the holy water didn't work, because it's something that we cannot control. That makes us lepers in today's own age. Their lives became full of every kind of wickedness, sin, and malicious behavior. They know God's judgment, they know God's justice requires that those who do these things deserve to die. But I know that is not what I believe. For God has too much love to cast me out. His mercy and his hands are what I see, embracing me and anyone that shouts or just kneels in silence, praying for his aid. Maybe Mary was a lesbian, because I remember that prayer going, Hail Mary, full of grace, not full of sin. Pray for us sinners. For we have become blinded by bigotry. We forget that God gave us the rainbow as a promise that we would never be flooded again, either with rain or ignorance. And now all of God's homosexual Homo sapiens stand more united under God's rainbow than all of his denominations do around the cross. I began thinking that I could either run from my faith or I could lead with it. And so here I am, the parish of St. Patrick, St. Anthony Catholic Church. They had a gay ministry, Open Hearts, whose mission statement was to simply spread acceptance. So here I am, a place where I can just exhale and feel comforted. A place where I can be Catholic and gay and use my experiences to help others. I now know that there is no such thing as gay faith. There's just people who are gay, who have or desire to have faith, and that's what matters most. We are still so loved.